Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 35th anniversary celebration of Peace House Community. Let me introduce myself. I'm Terry.
And I'm Jim, Terry's husband. As volunteers, we're hosts here for you tonight. Unfortunately, we can't gather together, but we think we've got a lively program put together that you'll enjoy from home.
Well, when Jim and I were thinking about how to describe Peace House to you, the image that came to mind was a picture puzzle. And I don't know about any of you, but when I start a picture puzzle at home, I usually start with the border. I get that all set up. And we can think about the border sort of like the Peace House building that we're in right now. And then inside, there's all these pieces that start to mingle with each other, and they all start to become connected. And some of those pieces of Peace House would be things like the community members, the volunteers, the staff, our director, Marty, and there's lots of visitors that come from different organizations and school groups.
So that's right, Terry. Community members include a wide variety of people. Some may be homeless, some out of work, some live in the neighborhood, and even further beyond, or going through some sort of transition in their lives. People come to Peace House looking for a good meal, some conversation and camaraderie, a friendly face, and a safe place to just hang out for a few hours during the day. As a Bob Dylan lyric put it, "Come in," she said, "I'll give you shelter from the storm." Other parts of this picture are the businesses and organizations that donate food and supplies to us. And of course, the picture would not be complete without your generosity as our faithful donors. So sit back and relax, maybe with your favorite beverage or snack, and we'll show you the many faces of our Peace House community. This will include interviews, photos, a message from Marty, our terrific director, a little music, and 8 great prizes.
But none of this would have been possible without the dedication of Sister Rose. She was the founder of Peace House. I'm going to read to you now some of her bio. Rose Tillmans was born in 1923 in Minneota, Minnesota. She attended College of St. Catherine and majored in library science with minors in English and sociology. As Rose tells it, "One of my teachers directed us young women to go out by twos and find the poor on Saturday afternoons. My roommate and I took a bus and visited the Ramsey County Poor Farm. That was my introduction to poor people in every bent and gnarled shape, emotionally distraught without anything to their names. I held these people in my heart with deep concern. Little did I know what turn my life would take 28 years later." She followed her heart and became a nun in 1953. Sister Rose did not want to be a teacher, but she was assigned to be one by the CSJs from 1950 to 1974. She recalled that since I have a very dominant anxiety gene, there were many hospitalizations and timeout periods. I called them crack-ups and tried to add some humor and acceptance to these rough years.
Sister Rose then asked to be transferred to run the free store on Nicollet Avenue. After 10 years, she began raising funds to open Peace House, which in her words, is
for poor and homeless people who wanted a place to be with others seeking spirituality, friendship, and affirmation. I did not have in mind any formal structure for Peace House. I wanted it to be simple, safe, and friendly, a gathering center for sharing stories and praying together for those who were falling through the cracks.
She opened Peace House on October 17, 1985, and it gradually attracted community members. She decided to create a meditation time to give members a voice, and soon it became one of the things that distinguished Peace House from other social services. In the 1980s and 90s, Sister Rose also became involved in political demonstrations against oppression in the United States and Central America. She continued to write several short books of prayers.
As she put it, I dance every day to the truth that expresses for me what makes sense, giving love, caring for others and their needs, working for justice, sharing tenderness, accepting the things I cannot change, working with the poor who must often face unsurmountable obstacles, and caring for the earth and all its children. Sister Rose died peacefully and much loved on July 5, 2002 at age 79. In Peace House, you see one of her most enduring legacies. So now we're ready to do one of our first 8 great prizes. So for each $35 that you've donated, your name is put into the prize drawings for this evening. But don't despair if you're not in these prize drawings tonight. There's another chance because on October 31st, there will be more prize drawings. And you know what October 31st is. So instead of sitting around the couch eating a bag of Snicker bars, make sure that you've donated by then.
Well, let's get going with our first drawing. Each drawing will be done by one of our volunteers. And how about a little drum roll from one of my friends, Phil, who is our Peace House percussionist for tonight. Phil, let it roll.
Hi, my name is Jen Vetter, and I have been a volunteer with Peace House for about 4 years now. I'm a Thursday volunteer, and I coordinate the hygiene for all of our community members. Our first prize this evening is this lovely wine basket. We have delicious white wines, chocolates, wine glasses, and I hope our winner this evening, our first winner, enjoys this and celebrates Peace House. Our first winner is Donald Hall.
Congratulations to our first prize winner. Your support helps keep Peace House running throughout the year. Now you may be wondering, how can I donate? Well, there's lots of ways that you can. You can mail a check to Peace House, you can donate through our Peace House community website, or you can text your donation. If you're a credit union member, you can also transfer funds directly through NetGiver. It all adds up, and we thank each of you for any amount you send our way. Now on to our next drawing. Drum roll, please.
Hello, my name is John Grease, and I've been the lead volunteer at Peace House on Wednesdays. And I've drawn the winner of what's referred to as a golf package. It's 2 Minnetonka Golf Club members will host the winner and a guest for lunch and 18 holes of golf to be played in 2021. And the winner is Jacqueline Blankmeyer.
So what does a typical day at Peace House look like? So people will find a place to settle in both inside and outside the porch area. Some grab a newspaper or a book to read. Others go to their phones to catch up on things or listen to their music. Many will talk amongst themselves and with us volunteers, while others enjoy a little downtime. At 11:30, we start a 40-minute meditation with a topic of the day, usually led by a volunteer. These sessions can cover a number of topics, such as current events, challenges and successes people may be having, favorite things that they enjoy or remember. We do encourage everybody to chime in, as well as to listen and respond to others with respect. These discussions can be lively, thoughtful, sobering, instructive, as well as deep dives into people's lives and even a little fun along the way. People tell us that these meditations can be the best part of their day or of their week.
After meditation, we serve lunch prepared by our cooks, and then people can stay at Peace House until 3 in the afternoon. There's activities during the week that people might enjoy doing, such as on Mondays, there's hand massages. On Tuesdays, there's art projects. There might be haircuts on Friday afternoons. There's bike repair. There's even a woman that comes on Wednesdays sometimes and bring her sewing machine. And the day is never complete without a rousing game of Scrabble in the library, which goes on right up until the last moment at 3 o'clock when everybody is forced to leave. Now let's watch a video from a student volunteer named Eli. I love the way he describes his experiences at Peace House, and I think you'll enjoy watching it too. After that, we'll hear from Katherine Malmer, who has been a Peace House volunteer for over 35 years.
I've gained hope, I guess, more, and I've learned specific things from different people and hearing their stories and where they come from, but just being here and seeing how different people can find common ground, I've learned hope for humanity. My name is Elijah Wada. I'm from St. Paul. I grew up there. I still live there now. In terms of my educational life, I attended a Spanish immersion school for elementary, and then from there I went to private Catholic schools for middle school and high school. At my high school, there's a senior course called Spectrum, and it's a course that's based in social justice issues. And in that course, you're required to get involved in a service site, and they have a whole list of service sites for us to apply to, pretty much. And right away, Peace House jumped out to me because I really liked that it was structured and that they had the meditation and the discussion, that I was able to hear from these people who I otherwise wouldn't have been able to talk to in an intimate setting like this. I wanted to make this a meaningful experience for myself and something that I could look back on and say that this kind of changed my trajectory as a person. This is a formative year in my life. I think I'm moving on to the real world now, and I wanted to make lasting connections with the people here, and I wanted to grow as a person. And there are many that I know on a first name basis now because of this place, and that was one of my goals, was to know these people and to have them remember me, and I think I achieved that. So in the description of this place from my high school, one of the last things they said is that it's not for the faint of heart, and I was a little taken aback by that because I didn't really know what it meant. But what I learned is that this place kind of requires you to be engaged fully and to be willing to be vulnerable within this space, because it is a community, and the people who lead this place, they expect you to be a community member. I'm here to learn, pretty much. That's what Mary, to begin with, that's the first thing she said. You're here to learn and to grow with these people, learn their stories, and just talk to them, be there for them, whether it just be your presence, a conversation, a greeting, anything like that. It's meaningful to them, and it will be meaningful to you. So yeah, and then I also had the opportunity to lead one of the meditations that we had here, and that was a very special experience for me. I'm an introverted person, and that's me by nature, but it only took a few weeks because this place is so welcoming, but at first it was difficult for me to initiate conversations and to approach people just because of who I am. But that's another thing that this place did for me, is that I feel like I'm a more socially active person now, and I can approach people comfortably and initiate conversations, whereas before I wouldn't have felt comfortable doing that. I was surprised by how willing the people here were to share a piece of themselves, a personal piece of themselves, and how passionate everyone was about certain topics that we discussed in meditation and that kind of stuff. It was really cool to see these people share themselves, and there's so many different people here from different backgrounds and cultures and stuff, and to hear them share something and be vulnerable was very very cool. This is labeled a homeless shelter, but I feel like it's much more than a shelter. It's a place where people can come together and join in conversation and just kind of exercise their brains and talk about current events. It's more than a place for people to relax and get away from the streets. It's somewhere where you can talk with people and make friends and just make connections that you wouldn't find outside of this place. I've always felt this way, but this kind of really reinforced it. They are people just as much as I am a person, and I think it was even more important to make personal connections with them and to learn from them, because they have very interesting stories, and although they have struggled, they've gained a lot of wisdom from that, I think, and there's a lot to learn from these people, and each person has a different story, and I think it's important to acknowledge that.
In the shadows of the Minneapolis skyline,
it's all about the community.
Sits a beacon of hope.
We're homeless. We're trying to survive.
For those who have fallen on hard times.
The lifestyle, it could lead you to all kinds of criminal directions. When you're here, that thought is far.
Dreadnought T is one of the roughly 100 people who make their way to Peace House community every day.
It's a beautiful name, Peace House.
For 35 years, this South Minneapolis gathering spot has provided food, conversation, and nourishment for those without stable housing.
It truly has become a place to belong.
Golden Valley resident Katherine Malmer has been involved in some capacity for 34 of those years.
I didn't feel comfortable in the beginning when I wasn't bringing a meal or something. But then I learned that Whatever I had within me, whatever I had to give in conversation to somebody, was enough.
For many of the visitors here, Peace House offers them a place to belong.
Come here. Hey, commute. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, that's what I see.
We have a memory wall there.
And some remain a part of the Peace House family, even in death.
We've got about 115 people who have died from our community.
Now, after 35 years of providing a sense of community, Katherine is working to keep that mission going.
Because it's important that places like this exist.
Peace House functions primarily through donations, and Katherine is playing a key role in fundraising efforts.
People have really responded.
In her mind, it's important for people to help change the world in whatever way they can.
And maybe that's just by bringing ourselves to a place that's not like our suburbs of Golden Valley, where everything is comfortable, where I can stay in my comfortable house.
To commemorate the 35th anniversary of the Peace House community, this year they're looking to raise $35,000. For more information on how to donate, you can go to our website at ccxmedia.org. Reporting in Minneapolis, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.
Next, we've got a double dip drawing for two kinds of tune-ups.
I'm Mary Cassiope, a Wednesday volunteer.
And I'm Dave Scott, a Monday volunteer and also a member of the leadership team, as is Mary.
Homeworks Plumbing, Heating, and Air has generously donated gift certificates for their services. And the first certificate is for a 13-point water heater tune-up, valued at $189. And the lucky winner is Mary Ellen Halverson.
This is for another service provided by Homeworks. This is for an air conditioning tune-up, which you might want to schedule next spring, a 22-point inspection valued at $189. And the winner of this is Nancy Azam.
Congratulations, winners.
And thank you to Homeworks for donating this generous donation of these services.
Now let's hear from some of our community members in their own words.
I like that, number one, the name. You know, you can't come here and get peace. You know, you can't come here and relax, you know, go to a meeting, talk to someone, you know, and really get inside their shoes.
You get to feel like a human without getting ridiculed or feeling like, you know, you're the smaller guy and you don't get harassed by the security guards, and, you know, it's a less negative environment, more of a I feel like it's family kind of, you know. Everybody kind of look out for each other, you know. You got really decent food, a lot of support. Marty's a good guy. And, you know, you can find peace here. I like the resources they have, how they have the people that come in and massage, and the giveaways that they have. And I feel that it's one of the best places that I've hung out with the 16 years I've been in Minnesota.
Because it means a lot to have people that you've known for a long time and who understand you and your struggles to stay off the streets and are accepting and considerate people.
Yeah. They're fair. Good people I know from back in the old Peace House come here. I like the new one. Marty is the best pick for, you know, whatever you call the director or president. I feel violence free. I feel like it's a piece of home.
But it's the friendly faces, people that you know will listen. You don't have to explain yourself. They don't question the struggles of battered women, because I've been, as I said, in the battered women's shelter as well as in the regular shelter.
Homeless, unemployed, no kind of future, nothing to look forward to. I came to Peace House, started networking with case managers and the volunteers, and ever since then, I got my own place. Even Marty was one of my case managers back in the day.
And they pretty much leave it up. They leave it up to the people. You know, the occupancy that come in. They leave it up to the people. I like that.
If you just come down here and sit, you know that the people that come in here are genuine, but there's help needed. There's a lot of mental illness. There's a lot of course, homelessness. There's physical ailments to where people can't get to work, and things of that nature. So I would say, just give back for that. Give back to help some people out that they just don't have, a place to go to get direction.
Well, it's time for another drawing. Let's see who wins this one.
All right.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Peace House community. My name is Deborah Dapkus, and I'm on the board of directors. Tonight it's my pleasure to draw the winning certificate for a $100 gift certificate for Jack's Cafe in beautiful Northeast Minneapolis. This certificate was donated to us by the Kozlak family, who have been strong supporters of the Peace House for many years. We thank them for this generous donation and for their continued support. And the lucky winner is Eileen Leo. Enjoy.
One of the best things that Peace House has going for it is the leadership and day-to-day management of our director, Marty Mulpey. Here's Marty to tell you a little more.
Hello, my name is Marty Mulpey. I'm the director of Peace House Community, and I want to thank you and welcome you to this incredible celebration of 35 years of service. When Sister Rose founded Peace House Community in 1985, she had little more than a vision, a pot of coffee, and a lot of faith. She knew that the community members needed a place to come and relax and enjoy caring relationships, but I don't think she had any idea what sort of impact her vision was going to have. Many of you met Sister Rose before her death in 2002. I never had that pleasure myself, but I've heard many stories about her from volunteers and community members who remember her. The most common stories involve a woman who hovered around 5 foot tall, stepping in between two drunk and angry men who were ready to start fighting, and somehow just settling them down with her calm words and her caring spirit. We strive to keep that spirit alive, because if we lose that, then Peace House will just become a place where things happen, not, as our motto says, a place to belong. Fortunately, Rose left us with some of her prayers to remind us of her spirit. Her prayer, "You are the God of laughter," seems especially appropriate tonight. You are the God of laughter. My God of fun and laughter, what enjoyment you injected into our lives last night at our gathering of friends. After such a stormy 2 weeks, I felt the dew from heaven drop down, and it isn't even close to Advent. What a spirit swept over all of us. So many meetings are laden with a heavy agenda, fitting into such small time slots. Help me, O Holy One of Laughter, to extend this upbeat attitude and lightheartedness throughout the day. It will help me lift myself and others into a joyful aura and to work into the possible irksome happenings of today. If things do become overwhelming, remind me that I simply cannot allow myself to fall into heavy gloom and then become crabby with the Peace House community and others. Fun, foolishness, and frolic are sacraments for me, though they are not listed in the Catechism. Thank you, God of Laughter, for such blessings. Sister Rose was focused on celebrating God's joyfulness and bringing that joy to everyone who came to Peace House Community. And tonight, I want to thank those of you who have already joined in her efforts and extend an invitation for those of you who are new to Peace House Community. As you know, we hope to raise $35,000 through this anniversary celebration. Ideally, I would be able to tell you exactly what Peace House Community would use the money for, but with the chaos of COVID, I can't be very specific, unfortunately. We do know that we will continue to provide food and a place for our members to meet and relax, but we don't know what that's going to look like in the middle of winter in frigid temperatures. We will distribute gifts during the holiday season, as in past years, but without the feast and the celebration to go with them. We will welcome new members, but with the potential of mass evictions in the wake of unprecedented job losses, we do not know how many new members to expect. Even with all of these unknowns, I can give you some details. We're installing heaters on our porch to allow us to stay open longer in the winter. We're putting together a list of gifts that we will distribute at Christmas, and we'll send out information on how you can donate some of those supplies we need. We're working with our food suppliers to ensure that we always have the food we need to make our community members feel welcome, no matter how many show up. We also have some other options on how you can use your talents and interests to support Peace House community. First, you can volunteer with us. We have many opportunities, from meeting with the community members to serving behind the scenes on our board or helping us plan future events. Thanks to modern technology, we have welcomed local volunteers as well as volunteers from as far away as Boston and even England. If you're interested, we'd love to hear from you. Second, you can follow us or like us or friend us or whatever else you do on social media to make Peace House community more widely known. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and we have our website. Third, you can support us financially. And you knew that was coming, didn't you? Yeah. As I said, we hope to raise $35,000 through this event. Our board and volunteers have put up $15,000 as a matching grant, so your money is going to have twice the impact. Well, you've heard enough from me. Once again, thank you for watching, and on behalf of myself and Sister Rose and the whole gang here at Peace House Community, may peace be with you.
Thanks, Marty. And here's our next drawing, followed by some clips by some community members.
Hello, I'm Jane Murphy, a member of the board at Peace House. It's a wonderful place to be. The prize that I am drawing for today is a 14 by 14 acrylic painting done by Virginia Randolph Boydie, a Minnesota artist. And the winner is Lise Rainier. I hope she enjoys it.
I've been going to Peace House, or coming to Peace House for 33 years this year. I missed Peace House so much when we had to close it down because of COVID-19. I got fat waiting for it to open back up. And I just miss the people and the friends I've made up here and just having fun.
It seems like it brings the people together who know each other and get together after this, and then we have an understanding about each other already. So it's unique.
You know, I just believe in the only way to fight racism is through peace. Just like the top of the earth. You know, the beginning of the name of this building, the Peace House. That's the only way to fight it.
I could list off at least a half a dozen volunteers that I would love to talk to, but have not had a chance to talk to for many, many months. I'm just hoping that they will be up here soon and we can get together.
So you haven't heard your name drawn yet? Well, this is Lucky 7. This is our 7th prize this evening. Maybe it could be yours.
Hi, I'm Marty, the director. I'm back again to draw for our second wine basket of the night, and we do hope that whoever wins this will enjoy it. And our winner is Christine Phelps. Congratulations.
Next up is Joe Banks, who has been a Peace House volunteer for many years. Joe's written a special song here and is ready to sing and play it for you.
2, 3, 4.
Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Lift your troubles and strife, count your blessings, think twice, cause today is the first day of the rest of your life. So take care of the rest of your life. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. There's no time for despair. Find some people who care, cause today is the first day of the rest of your life. So take care of the rest of your life. Every day's a blessing. Seek and you shall find. Don't waste time digressing. Life is a state of mind. Love the ones who hate you. Cherish the ones who cry. Open your heart to children. Love is the reason to try. Because today is the first day of the rest of your life. You can lighten the load as you travel the road. Cause today is the first day of the rest of your life. So take care of the rest of your life. Take care. Take care. Take care. Take care.
Thank you, Joe. Great song and great performance. Now we're going to go for the last of the Great 8 drawings. Take it away.
My name is Katherine Malmer, and I am an honorary member of the board and have been here for 34 years, the longest of anybody here. And it is my pleasure to draw the name for the winner of the $500 gift certificate. Now, in our past raffle, we had an Italian dinner that was extraordinarily popular, and we agonized for a long time about what this should be. And of course, in this pandemic time, we decided that it should be a gift certificate, not necessarily to a restaurant. This is for anywhere you want. So now, folks, I want to announce that we have raised $32,735. That leaves just $2,265 to go to meet our goal of $35,000. Remember, there is another drawing on October 31st, and you can get in it for anything you donate today. So go and donate today. Oh, and our winner is Joseph Gary, a wonderful donor to Peace House for years and years. Congratulations, Joseph.
Happy 35th anniversary, Peace House.
Congratulations to all of our prize winners. And remember, you can still donate by mail, website, text, or your credit union. Details are also on our website. All gifts will be delivered after our October 31st prize drawings, and a list of winners will be published on our webpage and in our next newsletter.
We hope you enjoyed the program tonight, celebrating the 35 years of Peace House serving the community. We like to think that the whole picture is greater than the sum of the parts. We hope you do too. Thank you for your time and attention tonight, and we wish you a peaceful, healthy, and picture-perfect year. Good night, all.
Good night.
Take care. Take care. Take care. Take care. Ha ha ha!